Welcome to the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi After the Show podcast. You can find us on YouTube if you haven't seen us there yet, and bookmark that. Follow us there, too. Something really special is coming up, and I'm very proud. We're very proud of Jodi because she, for the second time since 2023, has won a National Gracie Award. And the Gracie, just so that you know, is it's an award that was created 51 years ago. This is the 51st annual Gracies.
It is.
And Gracie Allen, who was married to George Burns, which, you know, if you've not been, George Burns lived to be 100. He was a legendary comedian. Burns and Allen, in the very early days of television, had a show together, and I think she died young, and so he was widowed for a long time. But the reason that Gracie Allen is the one who is honored for this is because she was really a pioneer at that time in terms of a TV program, production company, and other things that were being led by women.
Mm-hmm. She started in vaudeville, then radio, then TV. She was involved in everything that she could be, and she was one of the first standout females to just go, how about this? How about this? How about this? And she excelled. Yeah.
And it's interesting, if you ever go back historically and you just want to see, the comedy's a little bit hokey and old, but the shtick that she played was really kind of aloof. It was really the opposite of who she was,
correct,
you know, in real life. So anyway, the 51st annual Gracies, basically from A to Z for women in media, whether it's movies or TV or radio, digital media and other things like that.
Yeah, there's all kinds of podcast awards. There are, investigative reporting awards and writing awards. They're in 3 categories: national, local, and student awards. And so you have to know. We're going next week. The award ceremony is next week in this beautiful ballroom with all these incredibly talented women. I have to tell you, I am so excited to be in the room. Last time we went, we were late arriving because we missed a flight.
There was a car fire on the interstate that shut the interstate down. Yeah. Sam managed to get past it before that happened. Jodi and I got blocked. Early. And we arrived within just enough time for Jodi to go do makeup, and it was like, we're still breathing.
I was late getting there, therefore I didn't get to talk to so many of the women that I wanted to speak with. Mm-hmm. And so I cannot wait to be in the room again with women who do things like I do and who are in other parts of media, who are being celebrated for their work.
Let me say one more.
The most interesting people in the business.
Yeah, it is. And I wanted to say one more thing, because when you said students, I think this is a really important thing to know. Mm-hmm. The Alliance for Women in Media is a nonprofit organization. And so the funds that they raise not only support, women in business in general, but there are scholarships, so the reason that the students are featured and acknowledged is because some of the fundraising done is to support scholarships, media scholarships for women.
Yeah. Look, there's so much to say, because we found out in March that, Murphy did this nomination and sent it in. We found out in March. I did not think I could win it a second time. But then again, there are women who've won in different categories and multiple times. But I was so thrilled. So thrilled. It is actually the professional honor for me of a lifetime. So for it to happen twice is huge.
Yeah.
I still don't even, I almost could get emotional, but I won't. And I still don't believe it. I told Murphy last night, because I'm climbing into bed going, there's so much coming up. We're going out of town next weekend. Next week we'll be at the Gracies. And I just, what did I say? I don't think I'll believe it again until it's in my hands. Yeah. And you don't get it until you get on the stage and they hand it to you. Yeah. It's a beautiful award too.
And this is, there are people like Angela Yee, who was with the Breakfast Club and now has her own show. She's won it. Ellen Kay, who's been in Los Angeles for a very long time.
She's won a few times.
And Angela Yee, I guess, is in, New York. Mm-hmm. And so I'm proud of you, Jodi, just because of the fact that, Murphy, Sam, and Jodi is very much a homegrown show. And even though the name and the sign and all those things that you see, have all 3 of us, Jodi really has been the center of this, since the 3 of us have been working together since we started doing this in 1997. And when I say homegrown, we're not sitting in Los Angeles or New York or any other place. And
we're the little show that could.
Yeah, and have grown that. And so for you to be able to achieve something with national recognition. And Murphy, Sam, and Jodi's on 87 radio stations in addition to the podcast. Every day.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really, largely at your hand because of the
Well,
content
okay, we're
and
an
the
ensemble. I'm going to address
I know.
that.
I'm just giving you the big, the compliment. You have brought an angle that really has not been as common in a lot of different radio shows because so many are male led.
They are, but you guys were looking for a female lead when I joined this, and
we settled on you.
I know. So sad. You still want to go with us to the awards, Sam?
I just want to say thank you for inviting me.
Oh, right. As if this is an ensemble thing.
I get to wear my tux again.
I want to say this. Another reason I'm honored is because this award is about the work. It's not just, she's been doing it for a long time. They're not doing it like that. I know because after I won the first Gracie 3 years ago, I was invited as a member of the organization to judge the next year, to be a judge for the Gracies. And it is a grueling process. And it wasn't in my own categories. If you're a radio, media, audio person, you don't judge those categories. You judge, like, I did investigative reporting and all that. And it's a legit grueling process to listen to all this stuff and rate it and write your things and vote. And then it has to happen several times. So to be awarded for the work means a lot. This work, actually, I know it's fun what we do, and it is very us, and we're friends and we're family. And we're doing this, but it is work because we are lucky enough to have an audience and to be a friend to them, to be a companion, to maybe make one part of their day or life better is beautiful to me, and I love it.
Yeah.
So when to be awarded for that sort of work, not just here's a show. It's not like that. The Gracies are not like that.
Yeah, this is to me the interesting thing about trying to share this, in a podcast, because if you've ever read anything really about the entertainment business, it's behind the scenes. It's the same reason you don't necessarily have to go into the kitchen of a restaurant to appreciate the food on the table. Sometimes you don't want to see how it's made.
Yes.
And so I think in media it's the same thing. We do this correctly if it doesn't seem like work. And so on the inside of the industry, when the industry itself acknowledges and honors those, and gives people the opportunity to share that work. Right. It's really sort of a bonding, among friends, and some friends you didn't know that you have because you're meeting them for the first time. Yeah. And I think any business is like that. If you're in the medical community or whatever, there are accolades that are given, and there are meetings that are held that you couldn't possibly describe that to patients and have them even understand that, because it's your thing.
Your peer group.
Right, exactly. And I think that's what we're trying to communicate here in this podcast, is that it's an acknowledgement for the behind the scenes. I don't want to cheapen it by saying it's how the sausage is made.
Please don't say that. This is important to me, but I'm excited to be in the room.
Worked on, because you have a 90-second speech, right?
Yeah. Not all winners are given a speech this is the National Radio Host Award because our show is in so many places, and not everybody gets asked to be on stage to accept the award. But when you do, you're asked to give a speech, and it's supposed to be around 90 seconds long. And my gosh, only radio people can do 90 seconds. I say that, but it's harder than it sounds. But yes, I had to send it in already. I had to send it in already. Mm-hmm. So I worked on it Monday. I tweaked it. I looked at it again the other day, and this morning I finished it and just hit send. Because they have to have it ahead of time, I guess, for a teleprompter, which I'm not used to, which freaks me out and scares me, because I don't work that way, but it's okay.
I think they do that in case you're nervous. And,
I'll be nervous.
And you drift from the speech.
But they also need the speech ahead of time because they're going to have an ALS interpreter there at the Gracies. I'm so excited about that. That's wonderful. So, yeah, I'm going to have to speak quickly, but it's around 90 seconds.
It's all right.
I knew how many
long
words.
As you get the names correct.
Look, I want to say this. I'm so excited about being in the room. Some of the recipients this year, some of the women being honored this year. Toni Braxton, I think, won something. Murphy, I know you're excited about that.
You think she will be in the room?
She might be. If she won the Gracie, she's invited. Not all women look, a lot of these women, these super accomplished women, have heavy schedules. Oprah Winfrey won for a pod. She's won 100 Gracies, I'm sure, but she won for a podcast this year. She could be there.
Cool.
If she's there, you talk about a nervous girl right here.
Well, I wonder if that's going to be managed the same way. So over the years, because of what we do in the industry, it's not like we've met a ton of celebrities over time. Every now and then you get lucky and you do that. And I met Toni Braxton, it's been about 20 years ago. And at that time, she was saying hello to everybody, but she was completely circled by her entourage.
Yeah.
As she should have been.
No one was going to be able to get up close to her. And I think part of that is because she's shorter and smaller than I realized. And so in a crowd situation, she really, I think, needs that protection. That was interesting. But Oprah is at such a level
security
that I
like
can't,
you could never understand.
I can't imagine, how that would be handled. But then again, she's also so personable. It would be wonderful. Fingers crossed. Maybe we'll get lucky and see her there.
Last time we were there, remember after it was over and we were all like hanging around in the lobby and
Yes.
Diane Warren.
Yeah, she was there. She performed
But it was like we were just standing there next to her, and I was like, God, what would you ask Diane Warren if you had a chance to? And I just couldn't think of anything.
Well, she's just a person.
How do you
should go
write
introduce
songs?
yourself. You have a ticket to be there.
Yeah.
You're in the room. Andy McDowell is being honored as the icon this year, so she's going to speak and she will be there. Monica Lewinsky won a podcast award this year. She's been very much in the media, and comedian Leanne Morgan won a Gracie. I don't know if she's there. I don't have the RSVP list.
Yeah.
I just RSVP'd. You guys are RSVP'd. We know we're there. We're in the room. So it's very exciting. And I'm not kidding you. I want to be there on time this year because I want to speak to some of the other recipients in the room. Last time I won, and we were there after my speech, some of the other recipients came up to me and said, "Oh, I love what you had to say." And we ended up talking, but the night was over and it was like, come take pictures, go have this, go do that. And it just slipped away. It went away so quickly because I barely made it to the red carpet. Remember, because we were running late and there's a whole red carpet thing. We can do a whole podcast on that if y'all want to, because I know that if you've never experienced that is an unreal situation too. Being on a red carpet, it goes so fast and it's the most stuff that you've ever had to process at one point in your life.
All the flashes.
Yes, that is real. How crazy it seems. So for people to be able to do that and seem calm is a skill that I don't possess, but I'm going to try.
Yeah.
It was I was on that carpet for 2 minutes last time. And there were pictures taken, and I could not believe the lights. I could not believe as soon as you step on the carpet, all the press in front of you, they know what you won for, what your name is. So as soon as you step, they're like, Jodi, 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 Jodi. And I was like, I almost went, And then I thought my picture would look like that if I did that.
Well,
so I just tried to remain calm.
They only allow two people on the red carpet, meaning two categories of people on the red carpet. One, the winners, and two, their publicists. Well, we don't have publicists.
We're the little show that
Couldn't
could.
even pass Murphy off as the
I was going to
publicist.
say, Sam, maybe you and I could double as that. Because remember the last time we were told, "Hi, gentlemen, we need you to stand over here.
Please get out of the way."
But it's an experience, and
it's an honor.
But you know what I find in those rooms when. And it's, again, we don't get to do this kind of stuff ever often.
It's a big deal for us.
Why do you think we call it the Hollywood outsider? It's, we're just not,
I'm not in the room
we
usually.
are not in that circle at all. And, but when you are in an event where everybody is there for a common reason, even if they're superstars and celebrity, you've got something common you can talk about. Doesn't mean I'm not nervous about doing that. But the environment itself lends itself to a normal conversation. And I think in that environment, too, those celebrities do that all the time.
Yeah.
That's what they're expecting. So the more normal that you are in that setting, the more normal they're going to be. Otherwise, they're going to,
They welcome that. Right.
So you're saying no fangirling then, huh?
Just be
from
yourself.
Us, you mean?
know what?
Right, yeah,
be
right.
yourself.
Oh my God, it's Oprah.
Just be yourself.
Okay.
I really, I've actually a long time ago met Monica Lewinsky when she was on her book tour when that first book came out.
Yeah.
She was still very, very, very young at that point now. And so we're talking decades later, but wouldn't you think that Leanne Morgan would be like probably totally approachable and real. That what you see on stage and her
Are you
comedy
kidding? Even
is
more
what-
so.
I'm hoping she gets to speak.
Oh, if she gets to speak, please don't make me follow her.
She's genuinely one of the genuinely one of the funniest people around, I think, right now.
Yeah.
And I know that it's targeted, to a 40 plus audience, but it's hysterical.
Doesn't matter. She's so good.
Can I ask you about your dress?
Yeah, it's interesting, Sam. I would love to know about that too, because Jody's not shown it to me.
Good, a nice surprise.
But I like the surprise
I will
factor.
tell you this. All of my girlfriends, it's one of the first things that they ask about. And so I was waiting for Sam. I knew Sam was going to ask me in this podcast about the dress. So yes, I have a dress that I'm in love with this time.
Color?
I am in love with it. Well, I understand there are two dresses. I always bring a backup gown. I learned that from a woman. Women are the ones who have all the information, guys.
Maybe I should do that too. I only bring an extra pair of underwear.
I don't think you need a backup tux unless something were, I mean,
One tux, two underwears.
for a big event, and this is the biggest for me, where I'll be photographed on a red carpet and I really care. I'm really honored to be in the room. I'm in love with my dress. So my backup dress is gold. Gold. I call her Goldie, and she's beautiful and she fits me like a glove. And it's comfortable and effortless because it's sparkly. Like, you don't have to do anything else but like put some earrings on and hit the carpet.
Does that fall into your color palette?
It does. It's a
cool.
very good color for my skin tone and all that.
And
Goldie.
Jody's been doing this for a number of weeks now in prep. I actually know our Amazon driver by name.
Actually, it didn't come from Amazon, this one, though. This one didn't come online. Anyway, so that was Goldie. That's the backup. And I'll wear it one day I'll be happy if that. But the main one that I want, that I'm in love with, is red. It's just a true, in fact, the color is called super red.
Wow.
And it's just a happy, beautiful dress. I'm in love with it. I wish I could wear it for more than the 3 hours. Maybe I won't take it off until the next day.
Yeah. Is Murphy, are you going to coordinate with like a red handkerchief in the pocket?
Actually, we're not going to match by design.
We're not prom. It's not prom.
I will not. I'm not going to look the same as I did last time because I don't want to be. I know the pictures will be the same, and I don't want to look the same. So I'm going to be different.
I will tell you, for any woman listening, when you have an occasion, a big occasion, have a backup dress, because it just will make you feel that you like as much, but fight to wear the really good one. I'm traveling with it in a covered bag, all of that. I'm going to protect it with everything. Get my hair and makeup done there before the red carpet event, and then go put the dress on. You'll have to help me get into the dress.
Okay, deal.
You'll get to see it finally. And then I shopped ahead of time for weeks once we heard that I had won this year, because, I don't wear formal gowns every day. I like formal gowns, but I learned the hard way, you have to shop for your body. You can't shop based on what you like and what Nicole Kidman wears on the red carpet, or what you see, Sydney Sweeney in, or whatever. Those are bad examples or good examples, but, I have to shop for my body. I have to wear a color that works for me and a style that works for me. And so I had to go back and realize my body type is blank, and this will look better on me. And because you can, for formal events at the Gracie's, you guys are going to see all kinds. You're going to see dressed to the nines, floor length gowns. It's a black tie event. Or you're going to see cocktails style. Like, I could have worn a short dress.
Yeah.
I'm not. My dress is floor length.
I think it's good that you know what it is that you want. As a guy, though, I can tell you, if it's not I need somebody with a measuring tape to tell me what to do. Because I guess once it's on, maybe I can say, it doesn't work. But I can't visualize the way that you do when you say your body type. I can't look at a piece of clothing and go, well, that's clearly.
I can.
In fact,
Unless it's on a mannequin.
yeah, exactly. But I tend to give myself too much credit that I can actually wear that.
Well,
You know what
I
mean?
made a mistake along the way. I ordered a dress, I ordered a dress, and I was in love with everything about it. And it's beautiful green, and it showed up, and it fits me like a glove. But I made a rookie mistake.
What?
Because on the model was her body type was different than mine. Okay. And the dip was very low. It's a very low V.
Okay.
And it looked fine on her. And on me, boobs, too much boob showing, in my opinion, for my comfort level.
Sure.
I think, cleavage is beautiful. And I just didn't want I don't want to be rocking that much of it at this event.
Yeah.
And so I'm not doing that this time.
Yeah, I had the same problem with my tux.
Anyway, but that was, I didn't realize that because the models, you have to look at the dress and then imagine it on your body type because it's not going to fit you exactly like the model. It's just not. And so, yeah, the green gown will not for this event.
So even when the numbers are right, you still can put it on and it doesn't work for you.
Per event. Like that green one, I would wear to some sort of party, ball or something like that because it's a beautiful gown and it does fit me, but I don't think it's occasion appropriate.
And I did see that one.
Yeah.
Maybe you showed me the picture right after the fact
picture.
when you told me that it wasn't going to work. And it does look beautiful on you.
Thanks.
But
I'm keeping it.
Well, you never know. I mean, what would be the next formal event that you want to attend?
So you guys are ready. I had to remind Murphy to try on his tux last weekend.
Yeah, I have brought my tux to the cleaners. It's clean. It's back home now.
I'm excited.
And I don't think I'll be wearing the shape.
The shapewear?
No, I thought that's the whole reason you got it.
No, the shirt that I have that I bought with the tux, a few years ago when we went, it still fits me fine.
Great.
I haven't lost or gained anything there.
Well,
Very good.
it's interesting. The shirt that I bought is too big for me now, like way
You've
too
lost
big for
weight,
me.
though.
You've lost weight.
I have, but what's weird about it is the shirt was way too big, but the pants are still snug. It's like, how did that happen? I mean, I thought if I lost weight, I should have lost weight, but apparently I only lost it from the navel up.
Hey.
So,
That's a strange thing. I don't understand it either.
Well, look, I mean, I've seen my side profile enough that I know
Okay.
why.
Okay.
I actually do understand why. So yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, I'm excited for. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see how beautiful you look.
Thank
I can't
you
wait
for
for
that.
the moment. It is so special and something that we don't truly experience every day. And I know that there's a whole different world that does experience that all the time. But I'm really glad that you're getting to, and that we're getting to through you, getting to experience that kind of an accolade. Right?
I'll get the names right in the speech, I promise.
Mm-hmm. Stan.
Missed any part of the show? Get it all on the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi podcast.